Here with me now is U.S. Army combat vet and KTTH Seattle radio host Bryan Suits is back. So please enlighten us. What is really going on here, Suits?
This is clearly Plan B. This is the grudging acknowledgement that all the day one goals from 35 days ago were not achieved, that there's not going to be a victory parade in Kiev. He won't be drinking, a toast out of the skull of Volodymyr Zelensky. And that they have to make, something out of, they have to polish this particular,
Stool?
turd. Mm-hmm. And one of the original goals was to consolidate the, majority Russian areas, the LNR, DNR, the two breakaway republics, and to unite them with a viable seaport like Mariupol. And they don't care if it's wreckage or rubble or, or whatever. But it looks to me like they've been handed a bunch of lemons in the form of a Ukrainian army that no one assessed would fight this well, with weird capabilities in detecting Russian aircraft in the air and things like that. And that they're saying, okay, how do we save our reputation? Because the entire reputation of the Red Army, and they're still called the Red Army, is absolutely in tatters. That it appears that Russia is a first-class nuclear power and a fifth-class ground army. Their Air Force sucks. Their army is slightly less. And the Minister of Defense, Shoigu, earlier today, he had to promise, because the big semi-annual call-up is happening next month.
Did they find him? Did he show up again?
Yeah, whiter hair with a really weak voice. And he had to promise the mothers of April's conscripts, because they do April and October call-ups, he had to promise that they would not go to a hot spot. So this is absolutely pulling your feet out of the fire. It's really stunning to see. I got to say, I take the hit on this. I really, truly thought they had modernized. No, the people who modernized were the Ukrainians, who have been taught by U.S., U.K., and Canadians now for 15 years, and it shows on the battlefield.
So you alluded to it. Where did they get the technology to detect Russian aircraft and missiles?
There are NATO aircraft in the air every single morning. Like right now it's 2 a.m. in Kiev and Moscow. But during daylight hours, when the Russians move, the surveillance assets for NATO are stunning. The E-3 AWACS, the E-8 JSTARS, ground surveillance, air surveillance. I have no inside knowledge on this, but I also have no doubt that Ukrainian liaisons are on board those aircraft, if not actually getting direct information from those aircraft, because it's Battle of Britain-like, how the Ukrainian Air Force knows exactly how many Soviet cleanup on Isle
If they're the
Freud.
Red Army, you can call them the Soviets. Come on.
Yeah, they have this magical ability to know when Russian aircraft are coming and where they're coming from. And the Ukrainians proposed that they do a strike on a couple different Russian air bases, and NATO said, we're not doing that, but we'll tell you when they're coming into Ukrainian airspace, which is a battle win. Clearly, it's a battle-winning advantage. Also, knowing from the E-8, the JSTARS aircraft, knowing individual locations of Russian tanks and when they're on the move and all that, that is battle winning. And that's what the Ukrainians have. They have the unblinking eye of NATO. And so make no doubt, I mean, have no doubt, Putin thinks he's at war with NATO because of this. We're acting like we're not, but we're at war with Putin.
Oh, so, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not after you. So all of his nightmares are coming true, and it's only going to get worse as more technology and weapons show up in Ukraine. So does this mean that Ukraine has the upper hand now in peace negotiations? We only have a couple seconds. I know you can wrap it up strong.
They do, and they should press this advantage because the Russians are on their heels, they're on their back foot, and the reputation of the Russian army is in absolute tatters. And you watch the Chinese stiff arm Russia in the next couple months. They're embarrassed for Putin.
They've been buying Russian military equipment. Of course they're embarrassed because, we're going to invade Taiwan with this garbage? No, thank you.
This is crap. We're buying crap.
It's all crap. Suits, you're not crap. You're wonderful. Thank you so much.